You know when you hear a song and it triggers a memory? It instantly takes you back to a particular person or place or moment. This podcast is all about that song and those memories. Welcome to That Takes Me Back, where we share stories that connect music and memories. We're your hosts, Kelan David.
And Maia Sage. And on today's episode...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so...
Disclaimer,
So now-
Maia is sick.
Yeah, that's why Darth Vader is here.
I have
Darth Vader's
sickness.
here, and you might hear some tea drinking and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit of tea drinking. Hopefully, it's actually so much better than yesterday. That was my biggest concern yesterday. I was like, I'm going to be blowing my nose every 5 seconds. That's disgusting. But it's already pretty...
Yeah.
Took a Dayquil.
I went to the store and got her a
Took
bunch
a
of
shot.
sick people stuff.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah, and I have that sniffy tube. What'd you say?
The mic.
It's horrible. Guys.
He sounded like Napoleon Dynamite.
We had my partner Buddy on the podcast. He brought us a couple different songs that really were centered around taking him back to memories with his dad.
Yeah.
In a situation where like those songs are not songs he likes or listens to at all in his present life. So it does tend to immediately just transport him back to thinking about his dad.
Right, yeah, and those aren't songs that just like come on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah. So exactly. It's kind of like preserved them from him
right.
as
Yeah.
like a bit of a time capsule. And that was actually what was so cool is we did talk a bit about the seeds of those memories, but we kind of just ended up talking a lot about who his dad was as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And that was enjoyable to me. We got a really good feel of just like his Tejano upbringing and even just like what he tended to wear or like being more of a traditional guy.
Right,
or-
yeah, and it was fun seeing the memories come back to Buddy in real time
Yeah.
as he was talking about the things and in like the emotions that came with it too.
Yeah, a lot of laughing because his dad, I think, was kind of a bit of a goofball. So, like, you're right. Like, some of that reminiscing was definitely, like, funny for him. And then also some of it was just really, like, sweet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it was really nice to be present for his, reminiscing, which is exactly what we're going for.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and the fact that the three of us have experienced loss in the relative, near past sort of, made it, what's the word I'm looking for? An outlet.
Yeah, yes, an outlet for like some processing. And no, I'm really glad you said that actually, because listening to it back again, I'm sort of realizing that this podcast has become exactly what it started as, because you were telling me about how you got this idea from being the quote unquote music therapist at a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't call yourself that, but people started to think of you as the music therapist. And we just kind of have accidentally become a place where for some of these episodes, people are bringing us songs that open up the doors to talking about some of these things that can tend to be a bit heavy and emotional. And it like literally ends up kind of feeling like a therapy session.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Buddy, obviously, but like I feel like maybe he got a little bit of that out of it too.
I think so too. I think that it's good to talk about the people that we've lost because it is a way of honoring them and like showing how much they have contributed to who you are in your present life.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I just watched a YouTube video about the ghosts that we leave behind.
Whoa.
And basically, like they say that the last ghost that leaves Earth after you pass is the last time that your name is spoken. And I guess now, we're speaking these onto a recording. And so these names continue to be spoken
Wow.
into the future.
That just gave me chills, actually. That was beautiful.
Hey, thanks.
I didn't think about it like that, and that is really cool.
Yeah, and I think that it does, to whatever extent, give somebody like Buddy's dad another presence on this earth.
Absolutely. The songs act as their own time capsule, and we kind of crack that open and we take a peek into what that is for our guest. And then the episode is going to be on our podcast to be its own sort of time capsule, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Would you like to tell us anything about yourself?
So, yeah, are you going to address me as buddy or babe? Because I don't.
I think I need to address you as buddy, but it is weird. I don't usually call you that.
Yeah.
Did you actually choose to come on here, or did I just make you do it? Did you even
I mean,
have a
when I heard
choice?
that you were doing this, I was down.
Oh, okay, cool. I would love actually for our guests to understand your name is Buddy, like you are Buddy. when you work at places, you have buddy on your name tag, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When you introduce yourself to strangers, the whole 9 yards, like you are buddy, but that is not your birth name. Can you explain to us why you are buddy?
Yeah, and this will actually tie in, so that'll be perfect. So my real name is Alberto, which has nothing to do with buddy, but my dad was from Texas, and his name was also Alberto, but everybody knew him as Bob, which also did not tie to that name at all. But I guess it's like a Southern thing. I don't know. There's just like a thing of
We're just going to go with Bob.
Yeah, to just give him a name. He was also a contractor, so like Bob the Builder, probably type of
Totally.
situation.
Okay.
But yeah, so then I was born, and he started just calling me buddy. Hey, buddy, come here. Hey, buddy, come, buddy, 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 buddy. And then it just stuck, which I was like, cool, that's an easy name, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Basically, nobody knows my name, my real name, as Alberto. Not even some of my friends that I've known for years. Not even that long ago, one of my friends was like, I just found out that your name isn't Buddy. And I was like,
It is Buddy.
it is, but it isn't. But yeah, that was just from my dad, a nickname that my dad gave me, and it just stuck.
Can you imagine not being buddy? Like, it'd be so weird if you were just Alberto.
I know. I feel like I would dress differently and look differently, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like your name has a lot to do with the way you end up looking, for sure.
I think that in a weird way, you do become your name, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
I've definitely wondered that.
I've thought that too. I've always figured that, like, you gotta have a cool name to look cool.
No,
So
I
do
can see that.
you have to have a nerdy name to look nerdy?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing, for sure.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like my nickname fits me pretty well.
You're such a
and I
buddy.
feel
Yeah,
like I'm pretty
yeah.
nice to most people.
Yeah, definitely. Despite
Be
the,
cool.
the rustic bitch face.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, you
But-
do have a bit of that. But then, like, as soon
But
as
then you
you're
talk to
chatting-
me, and
yeah,
it's like
as
you
soon
would
as you're
never.
chatting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing, is like I can make friends with anybody. I really
That's why
feel like
you're a buddy.
I have a pretty big and very diverse friend group of many different kinds of people, of many different religions, and of many different views of politics and everything. I just give everybody a blank slate. Unless you give me a reason to not like you, then you're cool in my book, I guess. You'll be okay.
Sounds
I think
pretty
that's-
reasonable.
Yeah, that's a good way to go through life, I think.
Have you said what you want to say about yourself?
Oh, yeah, have you said?
Yeah. Wait. Okay, I thought we were doing that in a different way. Yeah, I'm Buddy. I am born and raised here in Grand Junction.
You am born.
I I am.
I get born here.
I am
every
born here. I was born here in Junction, raised here. I like to snowboard, mountain bike, video games, cats. Yeah, food.
Nice. Yeah, that's
That's a
pretty
great-
good.
Well, although,
yeah.
no, I guess food isn't really up there.
What do you mean?
Like, my palate is apparently bland to you, but I
Okay,
like good
but that
food.
doesn't mean you don't like food. Like, sorry, I shouldn't talk so much crap about your boring food taste because
My turkey mayonnaise and cheese sandwich only.
yeah, and that's fine.
Sounds pretty good to
That's
me.
Thank you.
That's your opinion. That's fine. Everybody can like what they like, and I do think you are a bit of a foodie because like anytime we travel,
I want to try something different at least.
we always want to like go to a new restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. There's people who travel and will go for their comfort thing, like Chick-fil-A or like Taco
Applebee's.
Bell. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're in a new place. You should be eating something different.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we should introduce your song.
Yeah. This song, In the Mood, is specifically because I used to play the trumpet, and we played this song in my band, in my jazz band back in middle school, specifically because my dad requested the song to my teacher because he really liked the song. So yeah, I played the song. It has a memory. Oh, also, because it was my dad's request, I was the one that got the solo part.
Oh, nice.
And yeah,
Wait,
That
can we
was
give it a listen actually? Because I don't know which part the solo part is.
I don't remember if this part, like, there's different, versions of this song.
Right.
So they gave you a solo that
So
didn't
I had
even
a solo
exist.
in that one. Yeah, I don't actually remember if it does exist in it. Unfortunately,
Right.
the last time I heard the song was at my dad's funeral. But
Oh, wow.
oh no, that's not true. When TikTok made it a whole train with the song, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
So you started hearing it,
I started hearing it
more regular.
Yeah, for sure.
and so it took you back over and over again, maybe.
Every time that I heard it, I was like, whoa, that song now has like a memory. It'll always link to something, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Perfect.
Should we listen now?
Go ahead.
Okay.
So it's definitely like I would consider this a pretty happy vibe.
For sure. Yeah.
Why do you think your dad liked it so much?
I don't actually know. I think it just had to do with my dad was a boomer. So like when I hear this song, I think of this is the solo. Yeah. So it does have the solo. It's a saxophone in this one, but I played the trumpet, so I did it on the trumpet.
That's cool.
Yeah, my dad was just a part of a different time, so I think of like him listening to the song and like wiggling his finger in the air, kicking his feet. No, I mean that's just like the kind of vibe that I get off of this song. You know what I mean? It's very swinging.
Yeah,
you know.
It is. Like it kind of makes you want to dance.
That part was hard. And then there was another solo. Yeah. Oh, this one is a trumpet.
I can't even tell that difference actually, which And you always listen to, like, you definitely enjoy brass music, but you don't really listen to jazz.
No, I definitely don't listen to jazz music or like, yeah. It's not like I go out of my way to listen to this kind of music. I liked it a lot, obviously, and it was nice to practice and listen to it when I was actually playing, you know. But now I don't listen to it at all. This is a really cool part because it like starts off really quiet.
Yeah.
And then it crescendos. You think it's going to end every time and then it gets quieter?
Oh, it is.
No, yeah, leave it. No,
Yeah.
leave it. It gets quieter. The cowbell in the back goes hard.
I feel like I could have used a little more.
Oh.
Yep.
It would be so fun to go dancing to like swing
Like
music.
this old school.
That part was really fun to play when it's like really quiet, especially in like in an auditorium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The mess ups in there where it's not like exactly lined up give it character. It's pretty fun. Like it's never gonna be exact, you know.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of people that you're recording with.
For sure.
I was still going to ask you, you were talking about a song that took you back to driving with your dad.
Oh.
What's that song?
Oh God. What was it? Well Dressed Man by ZZ Top, I think is what it's called.
Ladies go
Sharp Dressed Man. Sharp Dressed
Oh,
Man.
a sharp dressed man.
Yeah. I just feel like this is one of those kinds of songs that like you don't have to know ZZ Top to know this song.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't consider
Yeah, especially the chorus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The guitar goes so hard.
Word.
It does.
But yeah.
I also like this kind of music.
My dad liked, I mean, he listened to a lot of ZZ Top, and he listened, like Bee Gees was another one, like that I could think back of driving around with him. Michael Jackson, he liked Michael Jackson a lot too.
So this is him driving around?
Yeah.
And so you're just riding with him?
I'm a kid. I'm a little kid, actually. George Strait, another one of those kinds of people that, are artists that we listen to a lot. These I was raised on all those kinds of this kind of music, country music, that kind of stuff. Which like I don't listen to this kind of music at all anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now when it comes on,
I bring it.
It takes you back.
It takes me back.
Yeah. And what kind of did he drive a truck?
He did drive a truck. Yeah.
I'm just trying to paint the picture.
Chevy Silverado, or no, at this time it was probably the red Ford F-150. Yeah, driving to Texas to go visit some family, and yeah, he's just like on the dashboard hitting the dash or the steering wheel with his finger, you know.
Yeah.
This is like a pretty perfect like montage song for a road
exactly,
trip.
for
Like,
sure.
Absolutely.
You've got the windows down, driving down the highway.
Driving towards the sunset, towards Texas.
All right.
That's yeah, and you can see that sunset for miles. I don't know if you guys ever been to that area. It's like you can see houses that are miles away because it's just flat. Like you can see barns that are out in the mist.
And by that area, it's like one of the biggest land masses. It's just so, vast.
That area, also known as Texas,
Yeah.
the place who can't handle their power grid.
Right.
And why, sorry, so you had, your dad's family is down in Texas, so you were driving down there to do just family reunion fun stuff?
Yeah, well, actually, the time that I can think of when we drove there was because my sister Monica, she got kind of sick mentally, and so we went down there to go visit her to make sure that she was okay. And yeah, she was in a facility for a little bit, but the trip was a whole nice thing. There was getting there and seeing her, and she was good after we had visited her, so she was doing way better. So yeah, I guess that also takes me to a memory of Monica and stuff like that, which I guess we haven't really talked about. And I guess this is good for context for you, Kelan, but my dad passed away in 2022 from cancer. And then my sister, the girl that I was just my sister that I was just talking about, my half sister, Monica, was in Texas with her, and her husband had passed away from COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, a whole thing, that side of my family, that poor side of my family. But she passed away from a stroke last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So all that side of my family, in Texas, was just devastated. So,
Wow.
yeah, that's some context for what these songs have sentiment now.
Yeah, definitely.
So, for sure. I'm trying not to get emotional. I figure that I would, but
yeah,
It's okay.
that's totally.
yeah.
It's okay if you want to
Understandable.
get emotional or if you don't want to get emotional.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, those songs take you back
Yeah.
to those times.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's not like, the context of the song itself. It's not the lyrics in the song.
No, and that's the thing is these these lyrics mean nothing. In the mood, it doesn't even have any lyrics. You know what I mean? But it's about the way that it makes you feel when you think about those times. But yeah, those songs. A lot of those songs had just you think about my dad asking for that song to be specifically at my jazz band concert. You know what I mean? Or driving to Texas. And those drives are miserable, but you think about it that way, and you're listening to cool music. And can you give me a tissue?
Yeah, I was actually going to walk one over to you.
Okay.
We'll make sure to have tissues on every table.
Yeah, literally.
Here on out.
That's how you know it hits.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And it's crazy how
I've never
music can
seen
do
a
that.
sharp-dressed man do that to a person before.
Yeah, so he was he probably always wore a button-up shirt.
It's so funny you say you're picturing him. I forgot you never met him.
I never got to meet your dad.
Yeah, we got together at the end of the year that he passed away. Yeah, you say that and I'm like, what do you mean? But yeah, no, I forgot you never met him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he was
A sharp-dressed man?
a sharp-dressed man. I mean, he was a Tejano. That's the thing is I have a picture of him in some absolute swag, he literally looks like the kind of person that is exactly the kind of person you would think would listen to this kind of music, honestly.
And when you say Tejano, is that... Oh, totally, with the cowboy hat. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, super sharp,
Mustache,
super dapper.
gold.
Did he rock cowboy boots then? Oh,
He had
hell yeah.
real snakeskin.
That's very... Okay, that
cowboy
makes
boots.
sense. That's definitely Tejano. So I get what you're saying with that. Very
Tejano's a mix of Texas and Mexican people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that style of, like the combination of that.
Like very traditional in a way. Like very.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing though, is that he, put on, like people thought that he was like Mexican Hispanic, but he's not. He wasn't. That side of my family is American, Spanish, Italian, or something like that.
But he was raised in that Texas Hispanic culture.
Yeah, right. And
like
that's the thing is like he wasn't he like spoke Spanish when they were younger, but like it was super broken and like it wasn't true Spanish. You know what I mean? That side of my family didn't like truly learn to speak Spanish until they all individually like they were getting with people who spoke Spanish. You know, like my dad, he learned how to speak Spanish to talk to my mom.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah, because he had to use her brothers who spoke a little bit more English to translate for him.
Wow, yeah.
Like, tell your sister this type of situation, and like tell your sister this, and like.
So they were pretty kind to him then.
I mean, that's the thing is like sometimes I think about that, and I'm like, I don't understand how he ended up doing that.
Did you see the way he's dressed?
I mean, that's true. Like he did have that swag on for sure, but
and obviously, it sounds like he had the traditional values that made him like a gentleman, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. It's just like the thing is that he was like before he met my mom. There was a time switch that happened for him. Like I had told you before, Maya. Like he probably had he not met my mom, he probably would have died long ago. He would have died 20-something years ago.
Just the lifestyle.
Because he was a part of a lifestyle. Well, number one, he was an alcoholic. So like, and not an alcoholic. Sorry, he was a drunk. He was the kind of person that would drink knowing that he would get mean and fight people and stuff like that. Like that guy has stories. You know what I mean? There's so many stories that go back to the root of him drinking. You know what I mean? But then he met my mom and he flipped the switch. He was drinking still, but he was trying to get his life in line. And then he found out that my mom was pregnant with me. And that day, he literally went to his favorite bar here in Junction, Chipitas or something like that, I think is what it was called. And he was basically, like, he was a bouncer there. And he was a regular there. So he goes there and he's like, hey, guys, like, I'm done. You're not going to see me in this bar anymore. You're never going to see me drinking in it again. And...
So you never knew your dad to be a drinker then?
I never saw my dad intentionally drink. There was this one time we were at a family gathering and he was drinking a Pepsi and my uncle was sitting next to him drinking a Pepsi too, but my uncle had put a little something in there, a little extra spice in there. And my dad takes a sip of it and he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? He's like, oh my God, why are you doing that? Why would you do that?
Why are you ruining your Pepsi?
Yeah, why are you ruining your Pepsi? He loved Pepsi too.
Yeah.
He loved his Pepsi. But yeah, that was the only time that I had ever seen him drink, quote unquote, drink alcohol. You know what I mean? But he was pissed.
Wow.
You know? I had never seen that side of him like that. And like I said, I feel bad for my sister, my sisters Monica and Andrea, and I have a half brother too. My two half sisters and a half brother. I feel bad for them because they weren't raised with the father that raised me.
So they're all older than you.
So they're my oldest sister is like a few years younger than my mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like he literally had a whole life, and then he met your mom.
Not only did he had 4 whole wives and lives. You know what I mean? He had my brother with one lady, my sisters with another lady, and then he had a baby who passed away when she was a baby with a different lady and me. Yeah, he was a dog.
Wow. So it was your mom then.
That's the thing is like it was 100% my mom. Like and then I mean, the thing that I always like to say is that stuff has to work in a way in order for it to be the final outcome of what your life ends up being. Because he went through, losing a child. He never wanted to admit it, but I know that he did drugs. in his younger days. You know what I mean? Alcohol.
Well, and it was like what, the 80s and stuff when he was in his 20s partying. Like
the 80s when he was in his 20s. He was born in 1954.
Oh,
yeah. He was
I forgot how old your dad was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, for sure he was definitely.
For sure.
I mean,
he was surrounded by drugs and alcohol, and like he was one of 15 kids.
Wow.
So he was raised just like it was very much so just survive.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just survive. And the thing that made it hard was that like
probably.
I guess I mean that's the thing is like his dad I guess was not around. I never met that side of my grandparents. They passed before I was born, but his dad wasn't around. Apparently he was like a part of the mafia in some way. He would come home in like a really nice suit, but like with his neck like all cut up and all beat up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then my poor grandma having to like take care of all these kids, feed all these kids, and they lived off of beans in a pot and tortillas. But they were homemade.
It's hard to beat
Homemade tortillas. For sure. But yeah,
well,
like
that'll fill up a hungry stomach. Beans and tortillas.
He was just raised in a time that was like hard. He was raised really poor. Both of my parents were raised really, really poor.
Right, because your mom was also one of 10 in Mexico.
Crazy.
And then you're over here just
an only child.
Oh wow! And then
I never lived. I have half siblings, but I never lived with them. Like I said, I never was around them. But yeah, my parents were like, I am not gonna do that to him. Yeah, it was. I couldn't imagine being. I couldn't imagine having that many siblings.
Yeah.
I have that many. I have a lot of cousins and stuff, and I'm like,
right.
Dude, I couldn't imagine having
different.
that many people in my vicinity.
Yeah. That's the thing about it. It gets really like, I can't imagine having that many. I mean, I grew up with 2 siblings and there were too many of us, like, honestly. Like too many of us for my mom to deal with.
Yeah.
Too many people having to take a shower at night, even just the simplest thing of like
That sucks.
people using the bathroom in the morning before school and stuff like that. I mean, I can't imagine 10 to 12 siblings.
Yeah,
That's unreal.
I'm sitting here just fantasizing about having my own bedroom.
How many were you?
One of 4, so
One
not
of 4 kids. That's still
that's real big. I mean, it was
man. That's the thing.
we grew up in a 3-bedroom house, so it was like parents' room, and then always had to share a bedroom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's an interesting dynamic. I mean, that's just like a thing that it's just interesting, like having to fully share your space with a sibling. And that's why siblings have that type of bond where it's like, I hate you so much, but also I would kill someone for you, like, because I love you.
Well, dude, and that's the thing, though. So, like, there was some people that were like that in my dad's siblings, but then some of them that were literally trying to kill each other. Like, literally, like, knives out, trying to, like, my dad's brother, Jay, he got out of prison and then came home and was trying to fight my dad, pulls a knife out on him. My dad, like backs up and he like kind of books it a little bit to the neighbor's house. This is such a crazy story, but yeah, it's his own brother. His brother is literally trying to kill him. He's literally trying to like stab him. But my dad grabs a hula hoop, and hula hoops are hard. Like they're hard plastic, you know? So he like bends it to make it like a sword type thing. And he just starts like swinging on his brother with it. And I guess like he hit him hard enough to make him back off.
Wow.
But, like,
yeah, don't bring a knife to a hula hoop fight.
But with my dad, I remember specifically his dream, which happened, it was like, I think maybe a couple months prior to when my grandparents passed away from my mom's side. My grandparents passed away last year too, within a month of each other.
Wow.
Which I guess, yeah, it's pretty common. You hear about that all the time. But anyway, in my dream, my dad, we're in my grandparents' house, and my dad is walking out of the hallway, and I'm sitting at the couch eating something. And it's funny because my dad was a contractor. Like, he did a bunch of stuff, but his main thing was that he painted houses and did that kind of stuff. So I remember specifically, like, he's just like a bright white light type of thing, but I know it's him because he has on his Sherwin-Williams painter pants and like his work boots. And like he's talking to me, and I'm like, what do you do? I was like, what are you doing here? Like I knew in my dream that he shouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? And I was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, just, you know, I forgot. Oh, man, I wish I remembered exactly how it was, but he did say something. It was something like along the lines of, oh, just letting you know that I'm checking in on you or like just hanging out. You know what I mean? It was like one of those kinds of situations. And I woke up bawling.
Yeah.
I woke up bawling. It was so weird. Like it was one of those ones where you're just like, no doubt in my mind, that was my grandparents' house. I was sitting at the table that that was our old table at our house that busted his knee. It's like a metal frame table, and he hit his knee so hard that it like jolted his body so hard that it like put him into a panic attack. Yeah,
Wow.
It was gnarly. Yeah, that's the whole thing that happened. Like this was before we knew he had cancer and everything, but yeah, he like bopped his knee on the edge of this table and just like crumbled to the ground and just started shaking, like violently shaking. But yeah, we took it to my grandparents' house. But yeah, I am eating at that table, sitting on my grandparents' couch, and I see him walk through here. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like he really just wanted to say hi to you.
Yeah, for sure. It's just one of those things where you can't ignore the feeling that came from that experience.
Yeah, the feeling. Yeah.
For sure. You can't, like, if it means something to you, then that's what it means.
Right.
At the end of the day, really, you know what I mean? Because everybody's experience with it is different and always will be individual to that person.
Yeah, and I think that when you already have a bit of maybe abstract spirituality or whatever, when you lose someone, it gets even weirder. You're like, okay, what am I gonna, like, am I gonna just like not believe in anything? Am I gonna believe that they're around?
Yeah.
Like you start to just kind of, I remember like when it was right after my grandma had passed and I had a dream that was very vivid and she hugged me. And I remember waking up and trying to figure out, was that her? Was that her coming to me and giving me a hug? Or was it just because my brain could remember the feeling of her hug and I just like really wanted a hug from her again?
For sure.
But it's like, I think it's really liberating to just realize that either way, like I got a hug from my grandma, you know, and it is beautiful to think that maybe she came to give me that, but it's also beautiful to think that she's so ingrained in my heart and in my brain that she is somewhere in there and like my dream state can conjure a hug from my grandma when I really need one, you know?
Right. Like it doesn't need analyzing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what makes it real, is that when you don't have to analyze it, like you were saying, and it just is happening and you know that's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, those kinds I've had multiple dreams about my dad in those kinds of ways where it's just like we're like doing something and then I like come to in my dream and I'm like, wait, why are you here? How are you here? Like you're not supposed to be here right now. I remember one time I had a dream one time. My anxiety was so bad, but I had a dream one time that him and I were fighting, like we were having an argument. And then I come to in my dream and I'm like, wait, like why am I arguing with you right now? You're not even like, you don't even exist anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even understand why I'm fighting with you right now. And then I woke up, you know, it's weird. And I don't know.
Maybe it was your brain just regurgitating a little bit of your own emotional turmoil. Because I know that one of the weirder things about grieving and losing someone is that sometimes you do find yourself mad at them, or sometimes you do have these little internal fights with them. Why didn't you take care of yourself, or why didn't you do this, or why I don't, you know, it's like, it's weird when you do, you know, have some of those emotions tied into, you know, the love and the loss of them. So maybe that was like part of your brain just sort of like hashing out some of the weirder emotions that you feel around.
And I think if I remember correctly, it was specifically, I had not just that long ago had gotten my septum piercing. So my dad,
he wouldn't approve of this.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, I think, is that he was like I said, traditional and old school in that way, where like when I was younger, my hair was always on a two buzz. You know what I mean? Like my hair was really short. I didn't get a tattoo until I was 20. Like, yeah, he would have been like, why are you doing that? Like, why do you have earrings? Why do you have a septum piercing? Why is your hair grown out? It was just traditional in that way. You know what I mean? And yeah, those are the things that make me think of like, we wouldn't have agreed on that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have agreed on that kind of ideology or like the style that I have now.
Right. So he still is coming in your dreams. To let you know.
Reprimanding me. He's like, why are you doing that?
Maybe like he's like you carry him with you, so that bit of tradition is actually in you a little bit, just because
my styles were like,
right.
Like your brain is like, well, I know what my dad would think about this. It's not what I think about it, but I know what he would think about it.
Yeah.
So then your brain just kind of like,
well, and see, that's the thing is like I wouldn't have the style that I have, that I in a weird way, him passing has helped me find a style that I really like, and that has made me become more of a like individualized type of person for the way that I dress and the accessories that I wear and stuff like that. But yeah, he would not approve of that kind of stuff. He was a jeans and shirt type of guy.
All right.
For me, you know what I mean? But yeah, having a septum ring and having my ears pierced and all that kind of stuff would not have been really like flying with him.
Yeah, Maya's probably right. Like your subconscious knew that that's like the case, and then you're like, I'm still gonna have the argument. With them.
No, for sure. And honestly, I was very worried when I did it for my mom, because my mom is a very traditional Mexican lady, super Christian, super Mexican lady.
She did slap you a little bit.
But yeah, when she saw she saw that, it was so funny. I have a video of it actually. I walk up to my mom and I'm like, hey mom, what's up? And she like for some reason could tell that something was different about me, but she was like analyzing me, and she like gives me, she's like, hi, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, good. Like, do you know? I was basically like, do you notice anything? Because I was expecting that initial reaction immediately, and then she's like analyzing me, and then she sees that my ears are pierced, and she goes, "Hi, buddy," and then she like boom hits my arm, just like gives me a good smack on the arm, and she's like, "Oh no, it looks good."
She's like, I had to get that out.
But it's
I love the way she says your name.
yeah, buddy. Hi, buddy. Very Hispanic.
Love you, buddy.
But like that's the thing is like my mom also like I don't really know how else to say this other than the way I'm about to say it, but my dad influenced us to be a specific way with our clothing and our dressing and all that kind of stuff. Be very modest, be very not flashy in any way like that. So like my mom didn't care that I had my ears pierced and that I got a septum ring and all that kind of stuff, because she knows that I like it, and she knows that my dad would have been like freaking out about it, but he was just really traditional.
Yeah.
And old.
Yeah.
And old school, you know.
I just really wanted to say thank you. Like, I know, like I said, you didn't really have a choice whether or not you were going to come on here.
No, I love it.
I wanted to have you on as a guest, but thank you for coming, and thank you for talking about some really heartfelt things.
For sure. No, and that's the thing. Like every time you talk about it, it gets easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that'll never be truly easy. But
No, and that's the thing is like it's just sometimes I can talk about it, and that's the thing is like when you talk about their stories and like their like the things that they did, it's easier for me to talk about those kinds of things and to talk about like the minute, like listening to this song and like you think of that song specifically brings me back to him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's when it gets hard for some reason.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
just like the small stuff where it's like
Yeah.
you don't think that would have such an effect on bringing you back to that person. You would think it would be harder when you're talking about their stories and stuff, but
No, I
it's
get
actually
what you're
harder when
saying.
you just have that little minuscule detail that you're like, only that would bring me back to that person.
Well, and that's kind of the whole point of this podcast, right? Is, you know, stories and things, yeah, we can return to memories, but music has that weird way of transports you in a more direct way, in a different way.
Yeah, it's maybe more in the heart than in the brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how music can do that to you. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with the feel of the music. It's more than just like the song itself. But like, yeah, what it does for you afterwards.
Yeah,
And that's why I think this podcast is dope for you guys. Like,
Right.
You know?
It's about the stories. It's about people's
For sure.
stories. And yeah, I was thinking about that in terms of like. Thanks for tuning in to That Takes Me Back, broadcasting from 970 West Studio in beautiful Grand Junction, Colorado.
Today's episode was recorded, produced, and edited by your hosts, Kelan David and Maia Sage. Did you know that there's a lot of our conversation that doesn't make the final episode? If you want to hear full, uncut interviews, you can join our community on Patreon. Our website is thattakesmeback.org, where you can find all of our episodes as well as a playlist of the songs we've had on the show. Feel free to email connect@thattakesmeback.org. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed listening, please share it with a friend.